Hello, 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 everybody. Happy Sunday. I am doing right now what I am going to encourage you to do, and that is share. Share. Share this live because I'm telling you right now, our guest this month is getting ready to bring it, all of it, everything that it is. That's what she's about to bring it to us all. So I'm gonna share it in one more place because if you're like me, we have multiple Facebook pages, and so you might as well share it to everybody. Go ahead and share the wealth. And if you're not on Facebook and you're joining us on YouTube, make sure that you are encouraging everybody you know. I mean, and I do mean everybody. I'm not playing. Everybody. Tell them all that need to come on over and watch the Sunday shift with the refining life. So hello everybody, I am Dr. Renita. I am the founder and visionary of the refining life, whose mission is to provide you with experiences so that you can have your mindset shifted so that you can lead a more positive and productive life. And I am so excited to be here with you another Sunday, another fourth Sunday for the Sunday shift. In case you didn't know, the refining life has some amazing programming. Our most popular and most well-known program is our women's conference that happens the fourth Saturday of every year in the month of September, called Refining the Mind Women's Conference. And we are already gearing up and planning for September 25th, 2021. We don't know quite yet if we're going to be all virtual or if we're going to be able to do virtual and in person, but the goal is to have a hybrid model. So go ahead and mark your calendars now for September 25th for Refining the Mind Women's Conference. Also, here in 2021, we have added some more broadcast programming. In the past, we have done an event called Refining Reflections, where we've allowed you to hear from people who've had these experiences, who walked this path and gotten to some success. But now we have virtual programming on the second Sunday of every month. We have Mirror Image with our favorite beauty consultant, Belinda Burt. She sits with me and we chat about all things about what we see with our mirror image. We talk about beauty, we talk about skincare, and we talk about life. And over the past few months, we've had some amazing guests. So join us every second Sunday at 5 p.m. right here on the Refining Life page on YouTube and Facebook for Mirror Image. But on the fourth Sunday of every month, we get to have a person come to us and help us shift our mindset for the new week, shift our mindset for the new month, and shift our mindset hopefully for a lifetime. And this month is no different. We have a beautiful and gorgeous, amazing, familiar face to those of you all who are regulars with the Refining Life. And I'm going to go ahead and bring her into the screen. Here she is, the beautiful Shahane Toler. Because I had to say it different than Shahane Mack. She used to be Shahane Mack, but now she's Shahane Toler. It has a different air. Hey, Shahane!
Hello, everybody. Hey,
I love you, and I am so glad you are here with us this month. So, Shahane, I said, Shahane, can you come be our speaker? She said, but when? I love Shahane. And anytime I ask her to come and be with the Refining Life Tribe, she is always here. There's always a yes, and this month was no different. Thank you so much, Shahane.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Well, I am going to step back, let you have the stage, and talk to us about your topic this month, because you told me what it is, but I'm going to let you go ahead and introduce it because I'm excited about it. So everybody, here she is, Shahane Toler.
Hello, everyone. Again, I am Shahane Toler, and I am so excited. I always love being a part of the Refining Life because of it's just renewing and refreshing, and you get an opportunity not only just for me, by me talking to you, I learned so much even from myself and putting it out there so I can use the tools that I teach. But anytime you come around anyone a part of Refining Life, you learn so much. So anyway, with that being said, I am Shahane Toler. I am a child of God, a wife, a mother, a friend, a sister, a daughter, all of that stuff. So we got all that goodness going on. I'm also in the fitness industry and I do life coaching as well. So we got that going on. But today I want to talk to you all about taking out the trash. Now, let me just tell you like this. When it comes to the trash that's in my kitchen, I don't like touching it. My husband handle all that. I don't like taking out the trash. It's like the one thing I do not like doing. I would pay someone to take out that trash. But it's other trash that we need to take out. And whether you are a male or female, this trash is to be taken out. And it's that trash from the past. You go through life and you think, oh my God, so I'm glad I'm done with that. And this was so traumatizing. These things happened to me, blah, 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 and so on and so on. And you get on this little soapbox and you kind of stay there. You stay in that past. You're like riding on your car backwards on the trunk, looking in your past, but still trying to go forward. But it's constantly pulling you back, pulling you back, pulling you back. So what do I mean about living the past, taking out the trash? We have all these different iniquities from our past. It just keeps holding us back from our true potential as women, as people in this world. And I can say I am totally guilty of that in the past. And it took me some revelation for myself to actually see that I need to take out my own trash. What you talking about? I need to take it out. Even though I like the one touching the one in the kitchen, but I need to take this trash out. And that's pain, hurt, lies, any type of trauma. And people look at the word trauma and they automatically think, oh my God, it's got to be an accident. It's got to be a death. It's got to be this, that, and the other. It can be something from your childhood. You can be a victim of molestation. You can be a victim of rape or any of that. You can be a victim of abuse, any type of abuse, mental, physical, whatever it may be. That's still part of your trash. And not saying those things did not happen to you, but do we hold them right here in our present? No. Take out your trash so you can move forward into the future, but you can't keep moving forward because you're still going backwards. It's kind of like walking on the escalator the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. You can't do anything with it. So living in the past, the past is in our review for a reason. That's why that mirror that we look in while we're driving is so tiny. But the front glass in front of us is huge, so we can see what's in front of us, what's in the present moment, and what's ahead. But if you're always focusing on the back, you're liable to run into something or miss something that was truly meant for you. So stop holding on to the past. Use it, though. Use your past. Use your past as your strength. And what I mean by that is take and pick out those things that you got from that past, like your blessing and your lesson that you got out of it. And you go day to day, day on, and you're like, okay, I'm over that, and I'm over him, and I'm over them, and they hurt me, and I'm moving on. But then as soon as that person come right in front of you, all those feelings creep right back up again, and you're back where you started at. That's because you haven't taken out the trash. It's just sitting up in the room, in the corner, in a bag, stinking up the place, stinking up your mind, stinking up your heart, stinking up your potential of who you actually could be. So identifying your past, identifying those things. So you really have to sit down and really evaluate yourself. What have I been through? Where am I now? And where do I want to go? So again, what have I been through? So if you went through a bad breakup, a divorce, childhood trauma, whatever it may have been, write that down. Identifying that. How does that affect me right now? So how do you know how does it affect you right now? Some people are like, oh, I just live and just go with the flow until something happens and then you just blow up and you're like, where did that come from? That's not me. Well, it's been you, it's in you. It was that stinky trash that you was smelling, Identifying it is, how do you feel when you write those things down? You go back to it, review it, edit those things. So if you went through a bad breakup, let's use divorce. Let's use that for an example. You had a divorce and your heart has been torn into, chewed up, stomped on, thrown in the blender, mixed up and poured in the glass, poured out some more, broke the glass, and so on and so on. And you're so hurt and you went through all of this trauma, but you had to go through something to get to that divorce point too. So it's trauma on top of trauma, so you're holding on to all of that. And then you're like, okay, finally I'm free. I'm over them, blah, 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 and it may be kids involved in it, may not be kids involved in it. The main thing is your heart and your mind and your spirit. All that is involved in it. And until that's cleaned up, you can't move forward. So when you're writing down that, okay, I went through divorce and my ex-husband, he hurt me so bad. Oh my goodness. He hurt me so bad. He cheated and, he went out with my best friend, whatever it may be, that situation may be, identify that. Okay. Now, edit that item, edit that thing, edit it. So what is it out of that relationship did I get? Think back to when you and your ex-husband met and how open and freely you were with your heart, how much you loved him, and you probably catered to him, and you had your sexy going, and he was the man of your dreams. You had the picket fence, you were just really, really, really happy, until stuff started to happen that you may and may not have noticed. And then some infidelities, or you just went your own separate way. So look at all of that. So now look at the blessing out of that relationship. So I'll take myself for an example. I'm divorced. I had a child in my previous marriage. My blessing was my child, So I look at the blessing. I'm like, okay, so if that relationship didn't happen, I probably wouldn't have my daughter in the other room, So that's a blessing. So that's great. So look at that. All right. So then the lesson. So you look at the lesson out of that past situation, that past hurt, that past trauma, or whatever it may be that hurt you in the past. So what is the lesson I got out of that? Was I paying attention in my marriage? Was I aware in my marriage? Was I just going with the Joneses and like, okay, I want the picket fence. I want this. I want that. Did I stop doing things that I normally was? Was I nice? Did I become mean? Did I have higher expectations now that my last name changed, or did my expectations lower than my last name changed? Did I really identify the person that I married day one when we first met and knew who he or she was, and disregarded and said, you know what? I can change them. They can become like me. We can become alike together because I'm going to influence them to be a better person, So the lesson I got out of my relationship is that, I had so many clues that we were just meant to be friends. We were meant to be friends, and you have to look at that and don't have so much hurt and anger in your heart for that person in that situation, because the lesson is now I can move forward into a new relationship one day, knowing that don't go in with the expectations to be like me, but going in with the expectations for that person to be the same person that I met the day one, or that person to be for who they truly are. So let's go back and let me use another example. Let's say you had a childhood trauma and you were hurt by a parent, and that parent really caused you some serious pain, whether it was some type of abuse, So the blessing is that parent, if it wasn't for that parent, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't have the things that I have at this moment. The good things, of course, right? But the lesson is, how can I become better than my parent? Because truth be told, we're all born to be better than our parents, to be better than them, to succeed in so many ways, emotionally, physically better than them. We're not supposed to be exactly alike. If that was the case, we'll all be the same color, same size, all that good stuff. We can just push a button and be like, whoop, this is how I'm going to be just like everybody else. We all walking like the Stepford wives, down the street, but that's not so. So the lesson out of bad childhood is, what did I get out of that? I went through XYZ. The lesson in that is, one, I'm not going to become that parent. I'm going to be more aware of my child, or I'm not going to become angry when my child talked to me if I came out of an abusive childhood, like my parent was angry all the time. I'm not going to be angry. I'm going to be more understanding, listen more, pay attention more. If you came out of a childhood where the family just worked all the time and everybody was driven by money, So now you know, okay, I don't need to make my life about money, but I need to have a balance when it comes to family and life balance. So look at your blessing and your lesson from your past hurts and pains and use those for your present so you can be stronger in your future. And so it's like you go through, and when I say take out the trash, you're going to identify your trash, you're going to edit your trash, and then you're going to recycle. So you're recycling the good stuff, the lesson and the blessing. So it's just like, for an example, you go buy meat at the meat market and it comes in those little white trays and all that good stuff or whatever. And you're like, okay, this white tray can be recyclable. So I'm going to put that back because it can make something else. But I am so glad that tray is recyclable, because this meat, if it was just sitting up in the plastic like that, that blood would be dripping all over the place, you know? So recycle the good stuff, recycle the lesson, recycle the blessing, knowing that you did get something good out of that relationship. Life is not meant to be lived, to be wasted, to be hated, to be hurt, to be going through life, living in the past, hurting from the past, and trying to move on, but still pointing the finger. And now that we're pointing the finger, take responsibility. Take responsibility for yourself. So you identify, you edit, you recycle. Take responsibility. Now that you've taken responsibility of your choices, so you know what your blessing and your lesson is. You know the things that you could have done differently. Take responsibility for those things. Don't point the finger, because they have to take responsibility for their own actions, whoever it may be or whatever it may be. They have to take responsibility. You can't be like, oh, you're going to pay, da, 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 da. That's getting you nowhere. That's causing you more hurt, more pain, more setbacks in the future. So take responsibility for your choice. So just like with my divorce, I had to take responsibility that I chose to marry. I chose that man just like he chose me. You know, I had to take that responsibility. It's not all his fault that we didn't work out. You know, yes, you may have someone that go out and have infidelities and things like that, but you really have to look deeper into that situation. Everybody's situation is different. Look deeper into that situation. Take responsibility for the things that you could have controlled. Not saying you could have stopped somebody from cheating on you or hitting you or anything like that. Take responsibility for your part and then move on. Throw away the rest. Literally, pick up that trash and take it to the trash can and throw it away. Don't give it to anybody else, because what tends to happen when you don't take out your trash, you go from one relationship or one job or one child or one thing, one debt, everything. If you don't take out your trash, you take it on to the next adventure with you. And then all of a sudden, you have this big old dump truck. And then this thing called life, when you get to that point to where everything builds up, you know, when you think about mental health awareness month that's coming up next month, when you think about that, when you think about trash and how all that builds up, all this weight on your shoulders, depression, suicidal, anxiety, all these different things can happen. Trust me, I've been there, because I was trying to carry all of my trash and everybody else's trash at the same time, because I needed to point to them and make them take responsibility, because it was their fault that I was feeling this way. But I'm holding on to their trash and mine. I mean, when do we stop? So then all of a sudden, when it all runs out, you either health wise, you're either depressed or down or having heart issues or panic attacks, can't eat, can't function, getting overweight, or you're eating too much, you know, because all of that fits into this little person that we are, this being, that spiritual, that spirit, mind, and body, all of that fits in there. And you think, oh, it's just nothing, I can just move on or whatever. And then when you go into a new adventure, stop assuming the worst. Oh my God. Once you take that trash out, it no longer exists. Give that new adventure the same opportunity you did with the previous adventure. So it's like I'm married now to my second and last husband. Let's get that clear. I'm married now. If I would have came into our relationship treating him with limited treatment because of what I went through in my first marriage, then I wouldn't be married today. So that means you allowing your trash to change who you truly are. And that's not what we're supposed to do. You know, it's this one song. I like Kim. Chemistry is his technical name. And it's this one song. It's a Beautiful World. I believe that's the name of the song. I love that song too. But in the lyrics, he says, to fear love, to fear pain is to fear love. So we can't go around thinking, oh my God, they're going to hurt me. Oh my God, this person's going to hurt me. Oh my God, I'm not going to get the job. Oh my God, I'm not going to get approved for this car. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to get this house. Oh my God, I'm not going to be able to have children, or I'm never going to get married, or I'm never going to get this. If you go around fearing like that, then you just cross yourself out of opportunity for free love and joy and accomplishment and your future. Walk in just like you were born that first day, and you decide to take those first steps as a baby, and the only person that was panicking is your parent. Like, oh, they're gonna fall. But you're like, ooh, I got this. And then you fall, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna get back up and do it again, because you didn't think nothing of it. It was just natural. So you have to take out your trash so you can bring back your authentic self, being yourself. So again, identify, edit, recycle, take responsibility, and then throw away that trash. Get it out the house. It's stinking up everything. Ain't no plug-in, ain't no air freshener. None of that stuff gonna clean that up. Not even no self-help book is gonna clean it up, because you have to identify it. So it's this thing called Wheel of Life. So when I talk to different clients, coaching clients, I always have this thing that I do, which is called the Wheel of Life. And it breaks down when it talks about your career, your health, your friends and family, fun, money, significant other, and personal growth and physical environment. And that's your will. So it's like if one of those things in that wheel is less, then your tire gets flat. It's like low. But then you got some other things. Now it's getting lower. And next thing you know, you're going to be riding on the rim. So making sure you have a good balance. The only way to have that good balance is by taking out the trash in every last one of those categories. Really, really taking responsibility and sitting down. And people think it's the hardest thing. I know I did. I was like, really? Sit down and think about what I need to do for me? You want me to do that? But I got work to do. No, yeah, you got work to do. It's called you. Work on you. Ladies, work on you. Don't go rushing into another relationship because society says, oh, by 30, I need to be married. Or by 28, I need to have 6 kids and a picket fence. Because that image is not going to get you to where you are and who you are truly to be in the future. So working on you and being happy with you and knowing that all of your junk, trash is gone in the dumpster. You can't see it no more. You can't smell it no more. It no longer exists. It's how you become your best self. And that's how you become who you are truly meant to be, being aware. So here's some daily steps that you can do. The first thing is journaling. So when you think about journaling, and when I was a little girl, I used to write in a journal. Boy, man, if I looked at that journal, if anybody was looking at that journal, they'd be like, woo, that girl was mean. She was on fire, because I wrote down some stuff. But you know what? I wrote it down, but I never really dealt with it. So when you journal, write down your stuff. Stop writing down all about the good things that's going on. Because of course, I wake up every day and I know I'm going to have a good day. I know it's going to be a wonderful day. I'm going to have a smile on my face. Nobody's going to make me mad. I'm going to have checks in the mail, abundance and overflow. That's the way I wake up every single day. And trust me, it took a long time for me to get my mindset there. It does not happen overnight. But daily steps is every evening, write down what was your lesson and what was your blessing for that day. And then what happened that you did not like? And how can you take responsibility for that to go different if you was to ever have that situation again? Because the problem is that you don't really recognize what's going on every single day. Les Brown said it years ago. I used to listen to him when you can put the cassette tape in your car, and I used to drive and listen to him when I lived in Jersey on my long route to work. And he said, so many people that get in their car and they just start driving because they know the route. And then next thing you know, they pull up at their house or they pull up at work and don't know anything that happened in between because you're just going with emotions. Knowing your day to day. Did I yell at my child today? I need to go talk to them. Because you don't know, that child may be holding on to that for all week long. Did I yell at my husband today? Was I snappy at coworkers today? Did I curse somebody out on the road? You got to know those daily things that you're going through, the good and the bad. Yes, you can look at the lesson and the blessing, but also look at the things that did not go so well so that you won't have that to happen to you again, or you can know how to detour that situation so that you can have better days. And I say this, it's like if you're driving in your car and you hit a humongous pothole. You ever go to DC? You're going to hit some potholes. So you hit a humongous pothole, but you don't think nothing of it. You just keep on going. Oh, it's just a pothole. You keep on going. Then the next day, you hit that same pothole. Don't think nothing of it and keep on going. Then the next day, you hit that same pothole. Don't think nothing of it and keep on going. You get to work, you get off of work, you come back to your car and your tire is flat. You call somebody to come fix the flat. It's a flat tire. No big deal. I'm gonna get it fixed. I got a spare in the back, Guy come fix your flat. He jacks the car up. Your axle is broken. So that's a bigger deal because now if you know anything about cars, which I know a little bit but very little, that if your axle's broke, you either might as well just go ahead and get you another car. I don't even want to repair that. That's going every day, just ignoring everything that happened, when at the end of the day, that one thing will come back and bite you in the tail. So be aware. Be aware of your downfalls. Be aware of your bad days. Because if you're not aware of your bad days will turn into worse days. And then you don't get to learn, you don't get to live the blessing of that day. Because you can win $1 million today and run and buy something that costs you $1 million tomorrow. So being aware of every single thing that you do every day is so important. And so it doesn't have to be, oh, I met such and such and he had a great smile and da 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 da, but my boss made me mad and he did it. No, it don't have to be like bullet points. I went to work and take responsibility for your actions and how you handle it. My boss came at me the wrong way. How did you react? Did you react with the same way he reacted? Did you mirror him, or did you act with grace and humility? So paying attention to all of that. So being aware every single day of what you have going on with your daily today. So journaling, making little bullet points, and then reviewing, assessing, and do the same steps of taking out your trash. Don't hold on to it. Don't take it into the next day, because that one or two things that happen that week, it will come back and it will bite you if you don't deal with it. Don't think that you can sweep it underneath the rug and deal with it. And deal with it later. The other thing is, stop stressing about what's to come, but be present in the moment, knowing that your future is there. As long as you're present in this moment and preparing for it, it's going to happen. So a daily scripture, I always say, I have a little sticky note. I'll show you. I brought it off my mirror. This little sticky note. It's on my mirror in my bathroom, and it's Matthew 6:31. And one day, y'all will hear about my story, but this scripture has brought me through, and it said, "Therefore, do not worry, saying, what shall I eat? What shall I drink? Or what shall I wear?" We're always worrying about things that, hey, it's going to be taken care of with the presence of God. Worry about your present moment. Live in that moment. Look at your child's eyes. Look at your husband's eyes. Look at your house and the rooms that you have. Stop putting more stuff in there, and pay attention to what's around you so that you can continue to keep what you have, grow it, and move into the future by taking out that trash. As you notice, I ain't talk about the past no more because we didn't take out the trash, right? Another thing is have an affirmation for yourself every morning. I have an affirmation for myself that I say every morning. It's pretty long, so I had to write it down and put it up because I'm like overkill. But having an affirmation for yourself in the morning, it needs to be positive. Don't put anything in there like, I'm not going to eat this or I'm not going to do this. You want to speak positive words into yourself like, I am intelligent and bright. I eat healthy for my body. I am positive, and I am free from any iniquities of my past. It's a difference. So moving forward is being positive, being aware, saying an affirmation every single day, taking out the trash daily, just like you would that little meat container that you don't want to stick in the trash. You're like, take this outside because I'm not taking that bag out there until the end of the week. So let's take this meat container outside, or take that watermelon rinds outside. Don't put it in my kitchen trash can because I'm not trying to have no ants or nothing else coming up in here. Take it outside. That's the way you need to do your day. Every single day, evaluating, being aware, stop trying to live off of every accomplishment and live off of your lesson and your blessings. Stop trying to use titles as your lesson and blessing. Use how you grew, how you moved away from your past and into your present, and see that picture. Just see the picture. Just like looking in the glass. Like, you drive to Disney World and you got all these hours, but when you see Mickey Mouse, you like, woo! Exit is right ahead, Look at it like that. Start looking at life that way. And things will be so much easier. And I'm going to tell you, it will not happen overnight. It takes daily practice. And you're going to miss a day. Just like with working out, you're going to miss a day. It doesn't mean that you start over. Pick back up where you left off. Because starting over in our mind is like, oh my God, I failed. But you didn't fail. You just missed the beat today. Pick up where you left off. Keep going. And knowing you're going to get there. And eventually, that little bit turns into a lot, and it becomes your everyday habit. So, writing an affirmation every single day. Find a scripture that fits for you. Take out your trash. Identify your trash. Edit. Recycle. Take responsibility. And then throw it away. Stop living in the past. Stop trying to make people like you. Because we're different for a reason. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself so that you can move forward. And that's all it comes out to be. Forgiving yourself. When you take that responsibility, forgive yourself so you can move forward. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Honey, you can see my notes. I will tell you, one of my favorite illustrations that you just used was the drive to Disney. Because from here, it's like 13 hours. Why do I know that? Because we've done it.
We done it too.
And it's something about when you see that first Mickey, anything that says Walt Disney, it's like, oh,
You didn't
It
even
was
think
all
about
worth it.
it. You're like, I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
here.
And you automatically turn into a kid and you're ready to start skipping.
Right.
But it made that whole whatever happened from when you left your house or your destination that you left to
Mm-hmm.
get to Disney, it makes it worth it. And it's like, oh, and here we go. And ding, 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 ding. Because that's what life is. Like when you're on your way to whatever new stopping point, because I love the idea that life is a journey, not a destination. So you have these multiple stopping points
Yes.
in
Yes.
life, and you get to this place. When you're on your way to that place, it may suck. Somebody may have to use the bathroom 15 times. We're in
Oh,
COVIDian times, so if you had to drive in COVIDian times, then you got people can't really use the bathroom like that. You got to make alternative plans. Kids fighting in the back because they love each other, but they don't like each other all the
right.
time. You roll your eyes at your spouse if you got one, or whoever your riding partner is. You questioning why you even bought them, and yet then you get there and it's like, and we're harmonious again.
Right.
It's worth it. So in life, as we're journeying to point
Yeah.
to point to point to point to point, and here to go along to your point, in that journey, you accumulate all this trash. If you don't empty your trash at the gas station or at wherever you stop to eat, your car's gonna be full of junk. So when you try to get out and you were happy, but now you're mad again because now you got to deal with the junk, the
Yep.
trash you didn't take out on the
Exactly.
trip,
Yep.
that's gonna mess up your happy. Because you
That's
can't skip out a car if you covered in trash.
exactly. Yes.
Girl, I enjoyed it. But when you said that, that brought it together for me. That was so good. I got 803 other notes, but that one right there, that did it for me. It did. It
People can
did.
relate to Disney. Who
Yes,
can't?
I love Disney. If you've never
That's
been
the
to Disney, not
vibe.
that Disney is paying me, but I will happily take a sponsorship because I do love the Disney.
Yes.
But if you have never been to Disney, go. Go.
Yes.
You don't have to like Mickey Mouse. You don't have to like Disney. You don't have to like Goofy. You don't have to like Daisy, Minnie,
Yes.
Daffy. Not Daffy. No, that's Donald. You don't have to
Oh,
like none of them. But Disney, it's an air. It's
yeah.
something about the customer service and the feel that they create in that place.
Yeah.
Just go. As adults, go to Epcot. You will eat and drink better than you have in a long time.
A long time.
Just go. Have a
I'm
good
gonna
time.
tell you, they made Disney for kids. They made Disney for adults, but our kids is the excuse for the adults to go.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And I'm with it. But enjoy or find places of joy. You're not going to enjoy every moment of the journey to get
No.
to the place that you want to be or the place that you desire to go. But enjoy what you can, and when you get to it, figure out what you really liked about it. So when you tell the story later, it'll be the good things or what you learned out of it, the lessons and the blessings. Janae Freeman, a friend of mine, a sister queen of mine, and I have got close during the competition, but that's one of her business monikers is lessons and blessings. She got t-shirts, she got
Oh,
sweatpants. Big
really?
shout out to Janae. And lessons and blessings. I mean, but that's what it is. That's what you're learning.
Yes, and that's
But you
what life
can't get to
is
them.
about.
Right. You got to pull them out the trash. Don't throw. So Melissa Jordan and I, she came on Leadership Live, another broadcast that I do for my Dr. Renita brand, and she talked about knocking down these things, but going through the rubble before you sweep it all away to get the things out of it that you need to create your new foundation.
Yes.
And so just extract them, but you got to take out the trash. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so ready because I'm. In the midst of all of this, I'm cleaning up my office. So y'all can't see the other side. And there's a reason for that. Because she is a hot mess in here. But what am I doing? I got a friend coming hopefully soon. She's coming to help me reorganize. What I really need is a friend. Shahane, if you're free, come on around the corner down the street.
Girl,
And help me.
That's my thing.
Come on. Come help me clean this office out. So I'm available the rest of the day. We from free. But that's something I'm learning. It's trash in here that I didn't even know was trash. Things I was holding on to that I didn't even know were trash. I didn't need it anymore. It is now officially trash. Either it needs to go to the Goodwill, and it go to somebody else, or just needs to go out of here. And sometimes, but this is something I've learned from my husband. Sometimes we hold on to stuff that we say we're going to take to Goodwill and take us 250 years to get it there.
Yes.
And sometimes we just need to throw it away. And it hurts, especially when you grow up in a place where you've experienced lack. It's hard to throw things away just to throw them away. But the thing is, sometimes it is just that. It's just trash. And in life, it's the same thing. Sometimes we come from places of different things, our traumas, or just different ways generational curses or generational beliefs or traditions that we've had that we don't have to hold on to, but we're so used to holding on to it that we don't even know it's trash yet until somebody else helps us understand it. And the Sunday shift this month, if you didn't get anything else, good people, get that you got trash in your life. You need to go through it. You need to write it down. Get you a journal. It may be ugly. Maybe you don't want to read it later, but you need to read it now. Write down the lessons, the blessings, and what you needed to throw away. Maybe you did cuss your boss out when they came at you the wrong way. You better write that down so that you don't do it again. You may not have that job anymore because you cussed out your boss.
Right.
But when you get your new, don't cuss them out the next time. All right. Let's shift our mindset. Hey, more positive and productive life over Chip. All right.
Something else. That's so true. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. This is great. I really hope that it is. And it's not easy. It's not easy.
No.
It's especially when who want to look at trash? I don't.
And girl, the funky trash. Girl, the watermelon rinds. You got me today. I'm gonna tell you. You better take that meat paper.
Yeah.
And the watermelon rinds, I better not see airate. And I don't want to see a gnat. I don't want to see fruit flies probably are the worst. I hate fruit flies. And we like produce.
Yes.
But if you got that in your house and you don't take it straight out and that thing stay all week, my, you're going to have them in there. And then you're going to be trying to get some vinegar and some honey to get them back out.
Yep. Better get one of them Walmart bags and put it in there and take it out. Don't use my good bag I just put in the trash can.
You better use one of them folded up grocery bags. Girl, my mama got me folded grocery bags. You better use one of them folded up grocery bags and take that out. Get it out the bag holder or the bags under the sink. Wherever you keep your I know some of y'all, you keep grocery bags in your house. I know we do. But I know you keep your grocery bag. How do you keep your grocery bag? That's what I want to see in the comments at some point in time. Whenever you watch this, even if you're hashtag replay, I want to know where you keep your grocery bag. Because maybe part of your Sunday shift needs to be, maybe that's not the grocery bag place.
Right.
Maybe I need to fold my grocery bags. Maybe I need to get a grocery bag holder. Because if you can't pull your grocery bags out without getting 15 grocery bags, you need to shift that.
It's a problem. Yeah.
Shift that.
You don't need all them bags.
Some people got 203 grocery bags. They have not taken out the old grocery bag stash because they're afraid they're not going to have a grocery bag. Get over the fear. That's what Shahane told us.
Get over it.
That's what Shahane said. Get past the fear of not having enough grocery bags. So now you got 250 grocery bags. Take out that trash. It's trash. That lower third or that lower half of grocery bags is now trash. Throw it away. Keep the top layer only.
Like what we keeping them for?
But just like what you keeping them thoughts for?
The Chinese cups. Well,
if you don't throw that, I know it got a lid. Throw that away. Throw it away. Old sour cream containers.
Oh my God. Don't
butter ain't never really butter in your refrigerator. Throw it away. If you don't go somewhere and get a Rubbermaid container.
They got them for $3 at Walmart.
Hello.
One container for people to take with them.
Right. Get you a pack.
Right.
But it's cultural. You will leave your next Thanksgiving with a sour cream container. It's okay. It's all right. I'm not mad at you.
Some macaroni and cheese up in there.
Yep. Okay. So let's go, people. Good people. Just keep those containers in November.
Right.
Look, I'll give you October and November if you got a big family. Right. But after that,
use them anyway because you're using the stuff to make the stuff, so you can set aside for them.
Right.
But
that's okay. But you did not need that. You need a maybe around 4th of July. Think about your major family times.
Right.
Don't you keep them things all year? You throw that trash.
Yeah, put them in the dishwasher.
Hello, they don't wash them real good. And we are getting all off subject, but that goes back to throwing your trash away in life because your life gets the same. You got so many sour cream containers of mess in your system.
Yes,
in your mind, in your heart. Throw that trash away. It is not serving you. I know you think that you can put your new relationship, your new life in that sour cream container. No, you can't. Throw it away.
It ain't gonna fit.
Be like a fresh newborn baby. Boy, Shahane, I'm telling you, you had 88 things, and my notes are thorough.
Look, girl, I got too many notes over here. I was like, I'll be on here for 2 hours. We just had this conversation before, but that's a conference title. We'll just say that for another time.
Oh, yes. Oh, and just so you know, I don't know if she knows, but I hope she knows because she's there almost every year. You will see Shahane Toler. at Refining the Mind Women's Conference,
Oh,
September
look
25th.
on my calendar.
Look, I bank on her. She been there since year one. Come on, keep coming.
Look at this. This is the future. You ain't looking in the mirror, girl. Right here. Did you see this coming? I mean, you went from your conference to this.
Right.
To virtual.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it. Well, I did, but I didn't know it was gonna look like this. And I see even more for the Refining Life.
How fast it just.
Yes.
Your vision, and when you take out that trash and you take that emotional stuff and get rid of it, and take that blessing and that lesson and apply it to your vision,
amen,
grow. And this is where this is part of your learning your lessons and your blessings, and you're doing it. You're doing more than what you ever thought you would be doing at this date. This probably was like later on down the road,
girl,
not right now.
The conference was later on down the road. Let me tell you, that first conference was not that first year. But hold on, you told me something in here. Hold up, you told me to stop being fearful, and to go ahead and do it. Yeah, and I cannot, and no one can. None of us can keep being fearful that something might not work. Being fearful that the past. Well, I failed before, so I can't do this now. No. If I did that, we may have had our first conference last year.
Right.
But instead, and God bless different mentors and different people who've spoken to my life and poured into me. Yolanda Raven in particular, I will always and forever. She is the reason why the Refining Life blew up right then, because she convinced me. She said, why don't you start with that conference? Oh, you want to do it eventually? Why are you not launching with that? What crazy person launches with a conference? People who listen to people who believe in their dreams. She is the queen of hold on to your dreams. She got a whole song about it. Hold on to your dreams. And well, I said, all right, I'm gonna hold on to this one. Here we go. Let's go. Whoa. And it was like this. But then we launched with a conference. Because I threw out the trash. I threw out the fear that I had failed at things before. I failed at plenty of things. And I'm sure I failed again. But I took the lesson and the blessing. I learned that I could do this, this, and this. And I'm going to go do those things. And I've learned to ask somebody else to help me. The 3 women who said yes first are still connected to the Refining Life. And that's Shana, Shanetta, and Rachel. I said, will you help me with this conference? They said, what do you need us to do? I said, let's roll.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
And blessings. I took out the trash. They take out the trash. You take out the trash. And so as we are all moving forward, because I know we are well at an overtime, I'm going to encourage everybody to listen to these words. If you feel like you missed something, you probably did. Because if you weren't taking the good notes, you missed something. So go back and watch it again and again and again if you need to, from now till next month when we get our next Sunday shift. And just keep it in your spirit, because I'm going to leave this up all year just for you. Yes, I am. Get your mindset shifted. This is the Sunday shift. Take out the trash, your mental trash, your emotional trash. Take that thing out. You have trauma, and that's all right. Trauma comes in all kinds of ways, but identify it, edit it, get those lessons and blessings, and then recycle what you need out of that thing and keep moving forward.
Hallelujah. That's what I'm talking about. You better say it.
Yes. Oh, no, because I took notes. I'm good. So everybody out there, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shahane. My, you have set us off right for a new week, a new month, and for the rest of our lives. Everybody know that we'll be right back here second Sunday for Mirror Image with Belinda Burr. And hey, we might have some friends. I never know. Between me and Belinda, somebody may or may not show up, or it may just be us. Just know we're going to give you the good stuff. And next fourth Sunday, we will have another wonderful Sunday shift to shift us into our new life. Shahane, thank you again. Everybody out there, make sure that you always, always, always keep your mind refined and know that I love you. See you next month.
Bye.